Hi everyone, Susan here. Okay, so we're going to do the second lesson on my Patreon account. Dart manipulation on the dress form 3D. Usually dart manipulation is done with a sloper like this, okay? So you have this one large dart, and these are all different locations that we usually move the dart in order to show you what happens to that space or that dart once it changes in different locations. And that's the beginning sparks of actually designing and creating. But I want to show you 3D. I want to show you how it's done on the dress form with the muslin. I've already blocked the muslin and tore a piece 21 inches wide by 24 inches long. I folded back 2 inches, and I'm going to establish where the apex is first. Okay, so that's the first thing I'm going to do. Is I'm going to put it above here like this, and I'm going to put a pin at the neckline, and then I'm going to put a pin here at the waistline like this. And I'm going to try to find where the apex is going to be. So that's a very important cross grain that we're going to need. So I'm going to hold it like this. I have a little X underneath. That's where my apex is. I also put a pin there on purpose so that I could feel exactly where that apex is. Okay, now I'm going to put this on the flat and draw that cross grain so we can understand what happens to the grain as I move the darts. All right, that's what's next. Okay, here I am on the flat. Here is the apex. Okay, I'm going to put apex on there just so we always know what that is. And I'm going to turn this way and pull a cross grain so that I can have that cross grain. And so let's go ahead and do that. Holding it down with one thumb and then just pulling slightly on the actual grain line itself with the pin. I'm just dragging that pin. Okay, I'm going to fill in the gaps with the pencil, putting the ruler right on that space and filling in that gap. So now we know what the cross grain looks like and where it is, and I'm going to put it back on the dress form now. And I have the muslin. I'm going to put a pin in that apex. Remember how we always bring our muslin back at the apex level. So I've got a pin, and I'm going to carry it over to the apex on the actual dress form, stab it right there, and then you can align the rest of your muslin to where it needs to be, here on the top, on the neckline, as well as the waist, light mark there. I'm going to put a light mark here underneath the waist tape. Okay, so this is where the fun begins. All right, on the flat, when we do the different locations, I'm going to show you just a few of them. These are all the traditional places to move the dart. And why do we move the dart? Because the body has a bust, so that excess space has to be closed to form the body. And usually you can move it in these locations, and this is the center front, which is the bust level, and then you also have the straight one here across on the side seam of the bodice. You have the French dart, which is this diagonal one. You have the center of the armhole. This is the armhole here. You have the armhole tip. You have the center of the shoulder line here. You've got the center of the neckline here. You've got the center front point of the bodice neckline, as well as the bodice there. And then you also have the center front here at the waist bodice area. Those are the traditional areas to move the dart. And why and how does this work? Okay, so normally what we're going to be doing is putting a dart here below. See, as you can see, when I mold the muslin like this around the body, some space needs to go somewhere, right? So it forms this very large dart. By the way, you usually don't just do a one dart because the dart is quite large, and most designs don't look good with that unless you maybe convert it to gathers or tucks or something like that. But usually you would do a dart here. The dart that is also showing there is just smoothing along this mannequin and holding the muslin tight to the dress form and then moving the space to different locations. I'm going to move it to the center front, and you can see here that I would have the center front location here. If I wanted to do the one here underneath the bust dart, which is a traditional area for a dart. You could do it there. You can also move the space here, move all of this, push it, push it, push it up like that. And I'm going to show you one like this next, and then you go all the way up, and you can put it in the upper part of the body, either around the armhole or the shoulder tip or the actual mid part of the shoulder or the neckline, right? So we can push all the excess up here. I'm going to start doing that now. I'm going to put a pin here above just to keep it nice and tight, and one below. I'm going to start to push all that excess like that. I'm going to give myself a pinch of ease, because you're always going to have a pinch of ease at the waistline in order to get your waistline done. Anything extra from that I'm going to take out. I'm going to cut across about 2 inches from below and then start slashing. Cut across and start slashing. Why am I doing this? Because that's the only way you can smooth. This area is narrower than this area or this area. So in order for it to mold, you do have to clip and release that, but never go past your waistline. I'm going to start molding like that. And then I'm going to start bringing it all the way up like that. Just bringing it up, bringing it up. It's starting to fight me here on the side seam as well, because it's starting to turn bias. See what's happening with that cross grain? It's creeping up. I'm going to have to then clip here as well to release the tension. I'm going to clip here at that point right there. I'm going to take some of this excess out, to clip here to release the tension on the side seam. Do not go too close to the side seam, because you will change the fit if you go too close. I'm just clipping, taking out my pin, smoothing it again, and if it needs more clipping, then we're going to go ahead and do that. It's right there. Let me get some of this extra out. We don't need it. Okay. Now we're smoothing, and there's no darts down here, just a pinch of ease, right? And now we're going to go up here, and now you've got all this extra space. Like, what are we going to do with this, and where are we going to put that? I'm going to go ahead and put that in the center part of the neckline. You see here, here's the neckline and here's the shoulder line. I'm going to put it right there in the center of that. So I'm just going to grab it as I have it like this, and just put a quick pin to hold it in place. Okay, and that has to go all the way to the apex as far as the lines go, and then it changes from there. I'm going to smooth over the arm plate, smooth over the arm plate and above. Let's get rid of some of this extra right now. Okay, pretty smooth. Let's get some more out of the way like that. Okay, it's pretty smooth. We have this around the arm plate. I'm smoothing this over here on the shoulder, and I'm going to put a pin there as well. This is just how you start designing. This is to understand what happens to the design and as it changes, because basically all you're really doing in basic design is moving the location and making it your own. And okay, and we've got the dart here. Another thing that's very important is that here is the apex. We're never going to have the dart go all the way to the apex, but I'm going to just go ahead and pin that so you can see the space and how it molds. And I'm going to pin that all the way across the dart itself. Another thing to know is that all dart excess, this is considered dart excess, goes towards the center front. I'm going to go like that. I'm going to put a marking through and through just so I know where it stops and it ends. If I take that dart and I decide to make it gathers, what happens then? I just start gathering this little section like this. And I'm going to do that just to show you what happens with that dart. You have then established a new actual design, right? Because instead of just doing a traditional dart, instead of just doing something, rudimentary or basic, you have now just changed your design into gathers. And because you changed that into gathers, you have now just created something new. And that is dart manipulation. I hope you understand this lesson. I hope it makes sense to you. If you have any questions, Please give me those comments. I will answer every one of them. And stay tuned. I'm going to do the bodice next. But I wanted you to see this little trick. I wanted you to see what the darts actually do. Thank you, Patreons. I appreciate you guys. And I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.